Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fantastic day. On today's episode of Things You Missed in Elden Ring, we're mainly going to be covering Southern Liurnia, and I'll also show you a couple of other points of interest that I left out of previous videos, but after reading through your wonderful comments and feedback, I now think they're worth calling out. And on that note, if you'd like to support the channel and you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you. You'll see I'm just to the southwest of the Carian study hall here. You'll actually have to come here from the south and run all the way north, from just outside of Stormveil Castle. And right where I am is a Tibia Mariner boss. Once you beat the Tibia Mariner, you'll get a death root and some skeletal bandit ashes. Now that we've beaten him, I'll meet you at the artist's shack just to the north. You can see where it is on my map, so you can run there if you haven't already unlocked the Site of Grace yet, and I'll meet you there. While you're here, just quickly go inside the artist's shack and you can grab a painting to add to your collection. I explain what the paintings do in my Stormveil Castle video, so make sure you go watch that one if you haven't already. And then you want to run to the south and beat up this Golden Leyndell Knight here. The first time you kill him, he will drop the Dragon Cult Prayerbook. As a Faith user, this is one of my all-time favourite prayer books because it gives you Lightning Spear. Oh, I just love Lightning Spear. In every Souls game, I have adored Lightning Spear. Despite the fact everyone hates it, I actually think DS2 was my favourite because I had such a sexy Faith build in that game. Once he's dead, run to the south and you'll see this little crater in the ground here. This is one of the spawn points for Alexander the Warrior Jar. So once you've progressed his questline a little bit further on and beaten Adan, the next point he'll spawn is here. And this time, rather than just smacking him up the arse, to get him out you will actually need an oil jar. You'll need to lube him up first. Then you want to come right to the cliff edge just by the study hall here, and you can hop down these gravestones into Jarburg. Just make sure you explore this village. Just make sure you explore this village very thoroughly, as there'll be a few cracked pots and ritual pots around, which are great if you're using a lot of consumables in your run. Don't fight any of the jars here, they're all friendly. One of them is actually a key NPC. There is also a ton of exotic flowers, so many great crafting materials, so run around and just loot and grab everything you can. There's a Site of Grace to rest at, and then you can go and speak to Jarburg just here, find out a little about him. And he ties in with both Alexander and Dialos's quest lines. You can't do much with him yet until you've been to and completed Volcano Manor. So the last thing you want to do before you head out of this area is go further south and you'll see a load of tombs with golden runes in. Everyone loves free runes, so grab them while you're here and then we'll move on to the next area. Now we're going to go to the Scenic Isle Site of Grace where Patches is, and head east until you come across Laskyar ruins. There's going to be another one of them horrible bastard Royal Remnants enemies here that royally fucked me up a few times. But once he's dead, you can go around the area looting a few items here. You'll get a ritual pot, and you'll also come across a Glintstone Craftsman's Cookbook 2, which is right by another Site of Grace. Once you've cleared out and looted all of Laskyar ruins, head to the southeast where I am just here on the cliff edge and you'll see a spirit spring. Jump up it and you'll see another Evegaol, and here you can fight Adan, the Thief of Fire. I don't know if I was just too aggressive to let him really get off any of his good attacks, but he seems really pathetic. Bless his heart, he's such a loser. Kill him dead and you'll get the Flame of the Fell God, which is a very powerful, although incredibly slow casting and moving, giant ball of fire. Once you're done there, you can come to the southeast cliffs here and hop off onto this grave to grab a sacrificial twig, and then jump down and you'll come across a merchant. He doesn't sell much except a couple of smithing stones, and the Nomadic Warrior's Cookbook 11, which, as you can see here, lets you craft crystal darts, spell-proof dried liver, and shatter shard arrows. Once you're done with him and you've grabbed the Site of Grace, head to the camp at the south here and clear it out. Once all the enemies are dead, you can grab the Glintstone Craftsman's Cookbook 1. And then further southeast still will lead you back up the hill and back towards the Church of Irith. Now that you're here, if you didn't do so before, you can speak to Thops, give him the key we found, and send him off to the academy. Whilst you're speaking to him, he will give you the Erudition gesture, which you need to access a few towers in the game. So this is definitely worth doing. We'll go and meet up with Thops at the academy in a minute, but just before that, head over to the Frenzied Flame Village outskirts here, and we're going to go east towards the converted Fringe Tower. And when you get to the tower, you want to pop on one of your Glintstone helmets and then use the Erudition gesture. Once your character flings their arms out, the seal will open. Be careful of the giant ball of masks that'll spawn. And then, right at the top, you can grab the cannon and the Gavel of Haima. Whilst we're up here, holy crap does this game look awesome. You're too busy actually playing the game most of the time, that you don't just stop and just look around and think, wow, holy shit. When you've done admiring the gorgeous view, teleport yourself to the schoolhouse classroom, head out the back towards the giant rotating lift, and just on the right hand side here, you'll see Thops. And he's dead! Oh, yay! We sent him to his death. You can grab his bell bearing, the Academy Glintstone staff, and Thops' barrier. And then to completely wrap up Thops' questline, go back to the Church of Irith, and there'll be a scarab in his place, which will drop the Ash of War, Thops' barrier. There is now just one final thing I'd like to show you that we didn't cover in Liurnia before, which is another Prayerbook. My dumbass doesn't bother showing you on the map where I am until I've finished doing everything. So from the Evegaol where we beat Adan at the top of that hill, just follow the path all the way to the west, and you'll see this camp right at the end there. But once you take out all these flame monks here, you can then grab yourself the Fire Monk's Prayerbook, which lets you learn the O Flame and Surge O Flame incantations. Basically work the same way as Combustion. And now, apart from Western Liurnia, the Caria Manor, and the giant plateau on the south that you cannot access until later in the game, we have finished Liurnia of the Lakes. There was just so many things here, wasn't there? This was crazy. As always, please leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you want to see more, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell. Thank you so much, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye!